Hello friends, welcome to the Servicenow world, and today we'll see the second part of the Servicenow developer interview series. So without wasting any time, let's go to the first question. And the first question is, what happened if we give write access to a user but not read access of incident table? So that time what happened? The answer is user is not able to see the records and cannot write as well. So if you want to give access, if we give write access to the user, then we have to give the read access as well. Now go to the second question. How will you control the visibility of an application menu for users? So for answer is, we can control the visibility application menu and its module via setting the roles on the application menu. So sometimes you will get a question like that, like how you control, how you restrict this application or module for some particular user. So that time you will say like by setting some particular role in that application, and that role will not give to that user. So without that role they are not able to access this application or module, like that you can say. Now move to the third question. Third question is, what is the use of coalesce? So as per the Servicenow docs, the coalesce allow you to update existing target table records when transforming import data. So it means if an existing record with a matching value in the target table is found, that record is updated, and if no matching record is found, then a new record is created in the target table. So I'll give you one example here. Let's say you have some employee user information in this user table, and the employee ID or employee email ID. Let's say employee email ID is a unique for every employee, and you are loading some more users from your Excel or CSV or maybe some other sources. So that time if you put the employee ID coalesce as that not employee, the employee email ID, if put in transform you set coalesce as true. So that time what happened, like if that user is already existed, so their additional information got updated, but if it's not existed, that time it will create a new record. So now move to the fourth question. What is user criteria and where we can use? So the answer is, user criteria used to define which users can and cannot access that item. It means user criteria also enables admin to allow users based upon role, department, group, location or company. And we are using this user criteria in catalog item, order guides, content items, record producers and knowledge base. So sometimes they will not directly ask this question, like they will ask something like let's say we have one catalog item and I want to restrict this catalog item for some particular department or for some particular location. So how will you achieve that? So that time you can say by defining user criteria, and user criteria will select that particular department or particular location, and that time that catalog item or that knowledge article will not visible for that for those users, like that you can say. Now move to the fifth question. Fifth question is, what is the use of attributes? Can you name some of the attributes? So it's a like they will ask sometime like what is attributes or what is the attributes, and they will ask where we are, or this may be asked where we are using the attributes. So that time you will say like attributes are used to define the behavior and restrictions for variables. So if you see like in attributes, when we create a new variable or not a variable, it's a new field in the table. So that time when we open that dictionary configuration of that field, so there will get one field that is attribute. So there we can put some attribute to change their behavior or put some restriction like that. So some few attributes are listed here, that is glide list is searchable underscore no searchable underscore choice, max underscore length, ref underscore ac underscore columns, and some more attributes are there like no underscore filter and many more. So like that attribute we are written. And if you remember, there one more attribute is there we are applying, like that is no underscore attachment. So if you want to hide the attachment icon from our table from our form, so that time we'll use that attribute, that no underscore attachment equal to true. Now notice, so in the last video I have asked this question, like what are the best practices for writing client script. So some of the best practices I have listed down, many more are there, but I have listed up some few best practices that are wrap code in functions. Like if we writing some complex code, even a simple code, so we'll try to wrap in the functions. Second, avoid using synchronous ajax method. So that's we have to avoid the synchronous ajax method, because like when we doing any synchronous call from the client to the server, so till that time, till the server response, the client will be blocked, you can't perform any operations. And the third one is use asynchronous calls via get reference method or glide ajax API. So in the third we are saying we have to make the asynchronous calls. See, let's say in client side, if you want to perform some server operations, if you want to perform some servers, if we calling some server side code, so that time we have to make a asynchronous calls via using get reference method or glide ajax API. Fourth one is we have to minimize the server calls as much as possible. Like if we make more server calls from the client side, there will be performance issue you will face. Okay, so now move to the next. So the today's question is, what is the difference between get value and get unique value method? So if you know the answer, please write in the comment and I'll give answer to this question in the next video. Thank you.